Hey guys, welcome to Leather, Liquor, and Guns. I'm Devin.
I'm Steven.
And, dark days, man. Dark days. Just some average Joes. Looking at Measure 114 and the lawsuit that's going to go through. We haven't seen a whole lot of everything on it, so we figured we would just go through and honestly just read one thing on it. If it ends up getting viewed and commented on, maybe we'll do more. But right now, we're just trying to do something, get some word out there. There is a lawsuit right now pending. From what I know, it is set to take place on the 2nd. So, without further ado, we'll read this real quick. We'll discuss it a little bit, and then that'll probably be it for today. So, this is off of Oregon Capital Chronicle, and this is Oregon Gun Group sues over gun control law as sheriffs vow not to enforce it. Measure 114 is set to take effect on December 8th. It is November 28th at the time of us shooting this video. So it's getting hairy. He's waiting right now on a gun background check, and actually my wife is waiting on a background check on her pump action Mossberg.
Yep.
So it's crazy out there. It's crazy out there right now.
Every time I call the check, I'm farther back on the list.
Yep.
It seems like more and more people are saying that that's happening.
Well, the way it does work is if you have a concealed weapons license, you do get bumped forward in the list.
Right.
Before people that don't have it. But in a time like this, when you've already been waiting, my wife has already been waiting like a month at this time, and they're just not going through. It's like Measure 114 hit the ballot and everything got put in snail pace.
Yep.
So, I'll go ahead and read this. Oregon's new voter-approved gun law is facing its first legal challenge as a number of county sheriffs have pledged not to enforce it. Voters earlier this month narrowly approved Measure 114, which will limit sales of some ammunition magazines and require safety training before purchasing a gun when it takes effect December 8th. A federal lawsuit filed Friday aims to block the law, and it's only the first of what is likely to be several lawsuits. Meanwhile, several Republican sheriffs have declared that they won't enforce the new law, and others have said enforcing it will be a low priority. Sherman County Sheriff Brad Lowry joined the Oregon Firearms Federation and Kaiser Gun Store owner Adam Johnson in filing a federal lawsuit against Governor Kate Brown and Attorney General Ellen Rosenblum. On Friday, it claimed that Measure 114 infringes on the constitutional right to bear arms protected by the Second Amendment. The suit primarily challenges Measure 114's ban on ammunition magazines that contain more than 10 rounds. It claimed that those large-capacity magazines are the most popular among gun owners and that they are needed for self-defense. Each available round is an additional opportunity to end the threat, the lawsuit said. That is precisely why millions of Americans choose magazines over 10 rounds for self-defense, including inside and outside of the home. The new law allows people who already have large-capacity magazines to continue using them in their homes or at the shooting range. But no new magazines can be manufactured or sold in Oregon after the ban takes effect. There is an exemption for military and law enforcement. We're going to take a pin right there, real quick. Like, you can own it. You paid a lot of money for it. I don't have it with me right now, but my FN 509, it came with a 17-round mag and a 24-round mag. Them motherfuckers jiffed me out of a mag. But under this new thing, I can't even carry that out in public, supposedly. I can only use those mags in my home and at a shooting range. Heck, actually, will you hand me that? I can't lean forward now. This little beauty right here, this is a CZ82. This has a 12-round magazine. It shoots a round about the size of a .380. No 10-round mags for this freaking gun work. Hardly at all. And so now you're saying that the magazine that was made for it, back in 80, this gun was made in 88. So, it's a CZ82, but this particular one was made in 88. So this magazine that has been with this gun since 88, what is that, like 30-some years?
Something like that.
It's 30-some years. Over 30 years, this magazine has been with this gun. And now it's an unlawful magazine. That doesn't make sense. Using his phone to read it. Yeah, just figured I'd put a pin in that, because that's an old gun. 12 rounds. If you get it in 380, it's a 13 round. There's a lot of guns, like fuck the CCY or the SCCY in the Sky, a $200 buy March special, 12 round magazine.
Yep.
A 2019 research study that analyzed nearly 3 decades of data found that states that allow the sales of large-capacity magazines have twice as many deaths and mass shootings than states with bans. Now, I wonder how one-sided that study honestly is, though.
Yep.
When it comes to our constitutional rights, I'll fight to the death to defend them, no matter what crazy law comes out of Salem. Union County Sheriff Cody Bowen. California also has a ban on large-capacity magazine sales. A legal challenge to it is pending after the U.S. Supreme Court this summer told the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals to revisit a ruling upholding a California state law that banned magazines that hold more than 10 bullets. Oregon is also in the Ninth Circuit, so a new ruling in the California case would serve as a precedent for Oregon laws. That's crazy that we're part of that Ninth Circuit, that it literally just went for them to stop California's ban on magazine, and then all of a sudden it's on our ballot. And the amount of people that I talked to that actually did vote for 114, and they're like, oh, well, it was a multiple choice thing, and I chose the safety thing. No, it wasn't. They tricked you into thinking it was a multiple choice. The amount of people that voted for it thinking that there was going to be no gun laws if they voted no, and the amount of people that thought that if they voted yes, they were only voting for a safety check and blah, blah, blah. Like, I waited 3 fucking months for this gun. This Charleston law that they have where, you can get the gun within 3 days if your background check hasn't. Show me a perfectly legal gun shop that is doing everything correctly by the law that does that ever. You ain't gonna find one. Because it's only criminals doing it. Because why the fuck am I gonna do a background check and then hand you the gun, so you can go and do whatever, especially in Portland, and sell the guns to the cartel and shit before the background check has even come through? The Oregon Firearms Federation, the main plaintiff on the lawsuit, describes itself as Oregon's only no-compromise gun rights organization. Legislative I'm sorry. I got really worked up there for a moment. Legislative Republicans have called it a fringe group and blamed the group's members for threats against a handful of Republican senators who allowed a 2021 vote banning guns at the Capitol to occur. The organization is selling shirts, baseball caps, and stickers adorned with a rifle and the phrase Fight 114, with proceeds going towards legal fees. By Monday afternoon, it said it has raised more than $1,700 of a $10,000 goal. And I will pin them in the both in the description, and I might put something in the comments. Lori is one of several Oregon sheriffs who have indicated that they won't enforce the new gun law. The day after Election Day, Lynn County Sheriff Michelle Duncan posted to Facebook that the law was terrible and that her office wouldn't enforce it. Union County Sheriff Cody Bowen, followed suit with an explanation-laden post of his own. To the people who chime in with me, picking and choosing which laws I want to enforce or not enforce, hear this. When it comes to our constitutional rights, I'll fight to the death to defend them, no matter what crazy law comes out of Salem. I want that as my sheriff, man. Sheriffs in Jefferson and Wallowa counties shared similar statements, and in other counties, sheriffs said that they would make enforcing the law a low priority. Deschutes County Sheriff L. Shane Nelson said on Facebook that he doubted whether Measure 114 was constitutional and that the office would use education and discretion as it enforces law. Our office is like any other law enforcement agency, is that we are having a difficult time finding deputy sheriffs to fill our ranks, Nelson said. Given our limited law enforcement resources, our response to violations of Measure 114 will not be a priority for our office. Rosenblum has pledged to defend Measure 114, and legislators and the Oregon State Police plan to work out details of a new permitting system next year. So after the 8th, everything's just gonna... Thanks, Portland. It was really so helpful. Just 100%. 100% needed. Quit giving me a weird look. I got stressed out reading that. I had to read it, and...
Oh no, I got stressed out hearing you read it.
Yeah, I don't know. This is a dark day, guys.
Because of 114, it's stopping new gun owners from even getting guns at this current moment.
Yeah, and so I was at Cabela's the other day, and they were telling people flat out, if you're here for a gun, you can pay for the background check. But if your number is over 30,000 and it doesn't go through instantly, Oregon State Police are telling people, especially, I don't know if it's everywhere, but Cabela's, they're being told to give people a full refund and turn them away. So if you don't have a concealed carry concealed carry permit, and if you don't have a federal background check, so you're a first-time gun owner going in for your first time to buy a gun, you ain't getting it. Period. Which, I'm pretty sure that falls under infringement. Hey, guess what? We're going to put a new law, and the main people who are going to vote for it are going to be college kids who don't know what they're voting for, and old people, and people who were deceived 100% because they just don't know. And 100% that's actually why we're doing this video. I don't know if we would have done a video if it weren't for the amount of people that we've spoken to that just don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Every conversation I have ends up just turning into an explanation and not a conversation. It's fucking annoying.
Yep. As a new gun owner, I'm learning my rights. I'm learning how the wool has been pulled over my eyes for years.
Yes.
It has not been fun discovering the truth behind everything.
Yeah, the forces at play, they try to talk everybody to vote everybody else's rights away. Because, as much as everyone preaches democracy, we're a constitutional republic.
Well, unless we give our rights away, and unless we give our rights away, that's the only way that they can take them, is by making it to where we give them away under the disguise of security.
Yep.
Our forefathers would be
if
ashamed of
if this
what
continues too
now.
long, it need to be, we take a little break. We will inform our subscribers and everything, but it won't be the death of the channel. It'll just be, possibly a break when we move to a different fucking state, like a 2A state. But we some poor boys.
That's gonna take some time.
Hopefully, we can make some meat in the meantime.
I think we've already started that, brother.
All right. Well, we need to get some leathercraft out there. We have been working on things. It's just 114. We kind of had tunnel
kind of
vision.
Shifted our views to a different topic for a while. We have a video.
We just had to, with 114, things that we were gonna kind of talk about a little farther down. Maybe things we weren't gonna talk about. Period. We kind of had to focus on real quick. So other things took the back burner. But you know what? The channel is literally mead, leather, and guns.
We've got multiple things to work on.
So I think we're good. But if anything else, we'll update you guys again with another video on maybe a different avenue of what somebody's saying, and then on the second, I want to do a video talking about what's going to actually go down with the lawsuit in court and everything. So
I don't think that we're gonna. Depending on how things go, I don't think that we're gonna stop doing the guns. It'll slow down.
Like most definitely, and
whether
it might not even slow down. It'll just
whether it's daily routines or us going and getting permitted for all this so that we can continue it. It just depends on how things go down.
Yeah, is what it is. Is what it is. And we will, because there ain't nothing right now for, the 8th comes, 114 goes into effect, all gun sales stop. There's a gun shop out here kind of by where we live. They're actually closing. And they made a comment about saying that all gun shops were closing, and I'm thinking that they're meaning that it's going to be like have to redo their FFL. I kind of tried to talk to him about it, but he was a little. He was pretty agitated, pretty angry. I mean, this was this guy's livelihood being taken away, and so
taking away people's ability to defend themselves and some people's ability to put food on their table for their children.
God, I'm disgusted with the people that. It's an understanding to the people that actually, were persuaded wrongly, but the people that put this forward were out-of-staters. They weren't Oregonians.
Well, as Americans, it's our duty to read up and make sure that we know what our laws are. Because they can tell you whatever they want. They can tell you what, they can make you pay for things. If you don't know what your rights are and what the laws are, then they can tell you whatever and make you pay for something that they have no right to.
Shit, these lawmakers are starting to look a lot like an HOA. And, nobody likes them. So, except for fucking old people and deranged Karens.
Yeah.
But, as we leave, Marcy says hello. She wanted to make a little appearance real quick.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all.
Take it easy. We'll do another video here soon about 114 again, but right now, that's what it is. It's looking like it's going to go through. Hopefully the lawsuit actually does something, but it's looking a lot like... It's looking a lot like the little guy talking up to the big bully. And it may be Goliath, but it ain't looking like the guy talking is David, so. Till we catch you again, it's been Leather, Liquor, and Guns. See you guys later.
Have a good one.